This week's top stories: fuel surcharges down, Thai Airways after Pilgrims, mega sale on Chaweng, Hong Kong group eyes Samui, from amateur to pro, water and art Samuian. Bangkok Airways has cut fuel surcharges on its domestic and international flights by 11 to 16% in line with the drop in fuel prices and the precedent set by Thai Airways International. Earlier this month, Thai began to cut fuel surcharges by up to 30% for tickets issued from October 1st. Carriers expect the cut in fuel surcharges to stimulate passenger demand by reducing the cost of travel. Meanwhile, Bangkok Airways is preparing to boost the frequency of its Bangkok-Chiang Mai, Bangkok-Phuket and Phuket-Samui routes to 3 flights daily from October 26th, at the start of its winter season traffic plan. The carrier currently offers 12 to 14 flights a week. Thai Airways International is focusing on services to Buddhist heritage sites, which are popular with pilgrims. Airline's regional director for Thailand, Indochina and Myanmar, Krittapon Chantalithanon, said the airline has launched flights to Samui Island in the south as part of its strategy to firm up domestic services. Now here is a price tag you don't normally run when you look for Samui property. This is a first-class beach resort and spa located at renewed Chaweng Beach, only 10 minutes from the airport. The resort features 96 rooms and villas and includes facilities as a spa, massage, fitness, swimming pool, 24-hour security, restaurant and much more. An amazing property in the best possible location. Price tag 1.5 billion baht. Although Samui could never compete with Phuket where size is concerned, it is forging ahead in the real estate field. Good products are now flowing in, raising the market closer to the level the bigger resort island has reached. David Simister, chairman of CP Richard Ellis Thailand, says the one thing that has held Samui back has been a lack of quality branded stock. Some overseas buyers are reluctant to purchase a villa on a site with no development. Stories are also right of expatriate developers who promised to build but never got started. A lot of people have indicated that they have a project in the pipeline yet to be launched, so I think we are going to see a very different Samui in another year's time, where I think you will see half a dozen internationally recognized brands appear, and that I think will bring in a different level of tourism. Mr. Simister identified Mandarin and Park Hyatt as being among the parties keenly eyeing this popular holiday island. There has probably been a thinning out one of the type of developers who might have bought land on auction and then started taking deposits and they were building with buyers' money. I think those types of projects are largely dead. I don't think the development model is sustainable because buyers have got the option of going to more established and credible developers. Upon seeing that Samui is moving from the amateur to professional level, CP Richard Ellis moved into the island. One advantage that Samui has over Phuket is that its resort and villa developments can have access to white sand private beach, which is not available anymore in prime areas of Phuket. Some might wonder whether the US credit crisis is affecting the Samui property, and on this Mr. Simister said, if you were to suggest to anyone in the Middle East that there is any cause for concern, they would find that incomprehensible. They are just very, very bullish on real estate and on growth. And we are still seeing very, very strong performance from countries both in Southeast Asia, in Greater Asia, in India and China, he added. This part of our program is long overdue, so let us introduce two Samuians. There are two very different characteristics including their backgrounds, lifestyles, but one very thing is the core of both of their lives. Building business around nature. Let's meet Waterman and Artman.
Where's Wilson?
I used to travel the world 20 years ago, and I came through Asia, Southeast Asia, especially Samui, which was always a special place for me to come back. And basically, since 15 years I live here, actively doing business, which is water sports. We started with five small second-hand windsurf boards. That was our first equipment, where we lived on for at least 6-7 years, until we got our first little sailing boat, and I discovered the sport of sailing for myself and for the business itself, because I was always dreaming to discover the other islands, and I needed something bigger than a windsurfer. It all developed today into a water sports center, like kayaks and small sailing boats, up to bigger yachts for day charters, and I feel pretty fine. Even the development in Samui went skyrocketing business-wise. I'm in the situation that I still love what I do with the sailing. I'm out on the water. I'm not on the streets with traffic, which goes a little bit crazy in the moment. But yeah, basically my life is good.
Condition of the beach. Have you noticed a lot of difference?
No, you asked the right man, because I think actually it improved. The last years, I remember 5 years ago, there was when the east monsoon kicks in and all the big waves and all the garbage from Vietnam and Taiwan and Japan even comes on our shore here. We used to clean up the beach for 2 hours every morning, just from plastic bags and all the debris coming with it. But the last 2, 3, 4 years, I didn't experience that at all. So it's actually better than it was.
How was it? Yeah.
Robin here from 10 Stars, and I've had an idea ever since I've been coming to Samui for about 3.5 years, that what I really missed about Los Angeles was the art gallery scene. Samui has a lot of great restaurants and wonderful hotels and beautiful scenery, lots of other things to do, but very little in the way of original art. So I wanted to try and create a similar type of environment on Koh Samui, where people could go and view original art, interact with the artists, hear discussions and talks, ask questions, and mingle with other art lovers.
What made you jump from digital world to painting?
I grew up learning how to draw and paint from my mother, and my father was always into photography, and he got me a camera when I was very young. I went through a lot of years of training in traditional darkroom techniques, and I actually got a degree in film, an undergrad degree, and also a master's degree in film. So I was always a filmmaker, but just did photography as a hobby. And I finally decided that my interest in art and sharing the beauty of nature and getting people interested in the spirituality, our connection to nature, was more important than kind of the drudgery day-to-day work that I found myself doing just to make money. So one of the things I started to do was take photographs and paint them, do digital brushstrokes and digital enhancements, compositing and color changes to make the works more interesting and to try and attract people's attention to them.
Email us at samuinewstip@gmail.com if you have a story worth telling. Get your fresh Samui News video dose starting every Monday. Check out all the news and specials we have brought to you so far simply by clicking videos on youtube.com/SamuiNews. We search and try to serve.